casual mobile gaming. This is why we all download games on our phone in the first place, and sometimes we get more involved in the games and it becomes something more than casual. But I want to share with you guys today a bunch of new games that just dropped or recently have released on mobile that are casual and could have potential to be long-term investments for you on your phone or on your tablet. So let's dive into the top 10 new casual games on mobile. Doom Pixel Shooter is up first, and man, we all do love Doom. And when you think about the original Doom, it was already pixelated as itself. I mean, it was a pixelated game because it's an old game. Well, here we have a replica style game that is absolutely incredible, so much fun, and one of the biggest things is intuitive and addicting. Absolutely in love with this game, and it brings back the old school memories of playing Doom back in the day. If you like first person shooters, then this is a game that you have to try if you don't mind the pixelated format and the style of the game. The controls are really good, the game is really fun, and as I mentioned before, it's a game that can really get addicting and makes you want to progress further and further through it. You're gonna eventually find yourself just turning it on every single morning, trying to progress a little bit further after your alarm clock goes off. Next up is Serifs Endless Roguelike. This game right here doesn't look like much, but man, it's another one of those survival style games that has a minimalistic view, but really a ton of fun. Now notice inside of this game, you're more on a platform than you are on an open world as in some of the other ones, which makes this one a little bit more basic than some of the others on the market. With that being said, this one is extremely addicting and super fun, where you can have different weapons, different upgrades along the way, and the longer you live, the more you progress and the better weapons you can actually unlock. Sometimes these games don't need to be complicated to really enjoy and to really have a good time. Get yourself in the world leaderboard if you're some of the best and strongest inside of the game. This game is tons of fun. I think you're really going to enjoy it if you don't mind the graphic style. Vikings Rise is a newer kingdom builder to the scene that is really good. If you like the whole Viking element to worlds and lives, then this could be one that you like. It's a really solid kingdom builder that does the genre well, and it is themed and kind of, you know, skinned with the Viking element to it. I hear a lot of people are really deep in enjoying this game, and it's probably one that if you like the kingdom builder genre and you're not into something else at the moment, that you may want to check out. Now in a few moments, I'm going to share another kingdom builder with you that I prefer, but this one really does well. It's a nice game, it's a nice looking game, and a lot of the community is into it. So if the genre is up your alley, it's something you should at least consider. Unknown Knights Pixel RPG. You're getting a trend here today, aren't you? A lot of the games are the pixelated style games that have an RPG or some type of an element like that to it. In this game right here, you are going to be facing many foes and teaming up with others as well, or at least other troops inside of the game, to take down those foes as you progress through the game. Like many other RPG style games, this one has some really nice progression that keeps you wanting to go further and further, collect more and more heroes, and upgrade your hero as much as you can as quickly as possible so you can progress further into the game. This one's really fun, and with the cute art style and pixelated graphics, it's something that gives you that casual vibe, but definitely offers you a grindability to the game that'll keep you going further and further. And a game that I did not even mention here today is Call of Dragons. This is a game that I'm absolutely in love with. It's a kingdom builder, one of the newest ones, and I made a channel just for it. It's called Echo Call of Dragons. If you like kingdom builders like Rise of Kingdoms, but that are better, make sure you go take a look at my new channel, Echo Call of Dragons. Now let's get back to the list. Next up is Captor Clash, which is another RPG style game, but this one not themed with the pixelated graphics, instead having the Japanimation style graphics that actually are very nice inside of this game. Here you're going to be able to control your heroes and take them into battle with a nice intuitive attack strategy method. You definitely have a fighter theme to this one as well. It definitely lays out as a fighting style game would, in the form of how your characters battle others on the map itself. But the game is a lot of fun, and like I mentioned, it's easy to dive into, and it offers you the ability to get short playtime sessions in, but it also has the ability to dive deep inside of the game so you could find yourself playing for hours on end. Mighty Quest Rogue Palace. This is another action style game, which reminds me of Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, but it's not Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. This one here has a top-down graphic style, multiple classes that you could choose from, and definitely multiple different attack methods that you can use depending on the classes that you choose and how you upgrade those classes along the way. Progression is something here that's going to keep you coming back for more inside of the game, as well as the pretty easy to pick up and get going style of gameplay that it offers, and the upgrade progression that's going to really make you want to continuously play so that your heroes get stronger and stronger. As you progress further through the map, you're going to find yourself finding new lands that are enjoyable to play through and beautiful to look at. Meta Race V2 is next, and this is your Mario Kart style cutesy racing game that is extremely casual, but it's extremely fun and addicting. This one may not give you that addictability or that deep gameplay that we were talking about with some of the other titles, but it does give you that addictability because it's so fun to play and super duper casual. You can dive on in, do a few races and put it down and come back the next day and not feel as if you missed out on anything. It's really great because of the competitiveness inside of the game that makes you want to continue playing so you can come in first place in your races. Now, I remember back in the day playing Mario Kart myself, you just always have a good time. I could literally pick up that game today and enjoy it the way that I did back in the day. You're going to get the same feel here with this one. These kart style games are super fun and they just keep you coming back for more. And as I mentioned before, easy to play, easy to get into, and easy to come back to. Metal Slug Awakening is next on the list here today, and this one is going to bring you back to the original days of Metal Slug. It really is essentially the same game that we played on PC back then, but now it's available on mobile, and my god, the graphics are just like they were back in the day. The combat is amazingly fun, the power-ups are the same, and the game is just as goofy and funny as it was when it was played back years ago. Absolutely love this back then, and I can't wait to play it now because this game is currently in alpha where you can sign up and get yourself involved. All you need to do is head on over to the website and dive on into the registration, and you can get yourself playing Metal Slug Awakening as soon as possible. Astral Lord Origin. This is a beautiful style RPG game that the art really does stand out in. I love the color patterns inside of the game, and I absolutely love how dark the game is mixed with those color patterns that we have here. It reminds me of how dark the game Undecember is with how bright the attacks are from the game. Beautiful characters inside of the game and devastating looking beasts are going to be taking you into a battle that's going to be something that you really do enjoy as time goes on. This is one that I could see you sinking quite a bit of time into and really getting into as you play the game. I'm actually considering putting out a full review of this one over on my Echo Gaming Diablo channel if you want to go check that out, if that ever does come to the channel. This is a really good looking game that looks like is a ton of fun that I think you may enjoy. Linea, an Inner Light game. This is a very atmospheric style platformer puzzle game that really is going to keep you thinking. As you can see, with minimalistic style graphics, it looks like just something basic at initial glance, but when you dive into the game, you're going to notice the beauty and the tranquility that you have when you play this one. The game's very fun and challenging along the way. Wuthering Waves is an RPG style Japanimation art style game that if you're into this style game, you may like because it's one of the newer ones to the scene. As you could tell here from this graphical trailer, the game does look really beautiful and has some really nice looking character art as well as graphics and animations along the way. This is for those of you that are into those more deep style games that really can get you absorbed if you're into the gameplay. The graphics look great to me, the gameplay seems fun, and it's one that you might want to consider if this is up your alley. If you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today and you want to keep up to date on some of the best mobile games and even free-to-play Steam games that you should be taking a look at, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on tomorrow's video.